Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Antonio from Wattics. Today, within the context of the energy learning community, which you can join through our website, wattics.com, I'm going to talk about heating and cooling degree days automated. Another piece of very interesting technologies and automation and innovation provided by Wattics. So you may know already heating degree days. If that's the case, then I would recommend to jump to the second part of the video. If you want to know exactly what heating and cooling degree days are, I have a couple of examples and a definition to show to you now. So what is heating degree days and a cooling degree days? And here's an explaining graph. Where you have the time in the x-axis and the outside temperature in the y-axis. If you have your comfort zone, the heating degree days are the degrees and the days below a certain threshold, and the cooling degree days are the degrees above a certain threshold. So effectively, when you may want to turn on the heating or the air conditioning. Okay. So the definition is that is a measure of how much in degrees and for how long in days the outside temperature is below or above a certain level. So why are they important? And let me give you a quick example. Suppose a company X has the following. In the 2016 has had a consumption of 400,000 kilowatt hour. They do an investment on an insulation upgrade in December, and then in the 2017 they have a higher consumption, 420,000 kilowatt hours. From these numbers, it seems that the project has not delivered the expectations. But if we look at how cold was in the 2016 and 2017, we know that the colder it is, the more energy it takes to heat up a building. So if we consider also the heating degree days in the 2016 to be 3,200 and the heating degree days in the 2017 to be 4,500, and we normalized against these heating degree days in the 2016 and 17, since it was much colder in the 2016, actually the heating degree days, the kilowatt hour of heating per heating degree days was much lower in the 17 rather than 2016. So effectively our project has delivered 19% of savings, although was not showing without considering the heating degree days for the 2 years. Okay, so this is basically why they are useful to highlight and point out the success of the failures of certain energy efficiency project. Now, where can you find heating degree days and cooling degree days? There is the standardized website is degreedays.net, where I would say most of the energy consultants would go there. They would put their station ID, the one that they rely on, and they would use a base temperature and generate a certain number of years of heating or cooling degree days. This website has an API. Okay, so our focus here and our goal was to automate the process of integrating this important data into the Wattics Energy Analytics platform. So what we have done, we have developed a piece of Ruby code that would allow the automation of the degree days into our platform, so that our energy consultants partners can use these important metrics for their energy efficiency project. Okay, and now let's have a look at the dashboard and how this is done. Okay. So if we go to our Energy Analytics dashboard, the breakdown tab, it has the monitor points menu on the left hand side and the control panel on the right hand side. In here I have best resort, and I have 2 hotels within the best resort organization. Alpha Hotels has a number of meters here, so let's suppose that we want to add heating degree days to Alpha Hotel. Okay, at the moment you have to click on the admin. Actually, in the next release there will be a button here which is a shortcut where you can add directly a new metering point, such as heating degree days, directly by clicking on this plus button that will be here. But for the moment you have to click on admin. Once you click on the admin, then you click on organization, you look for the best resort organization, you select your Alpha Hotel, And now that you have selected the alpha hotel, here there is a button where you can add a meter. Now the meters that you can add, as you know, are different types: electricity, gas, water, and also numeric reading. At that point there is a subtype, and you choose heating degree days. You give a name to your heating degree days, for example, heating degree days alpha hotel, which is already here. For example, this is the name of the new points that you're going to create. The temperature is in Celsius. The base temperature we can put 15 degrees, for example. We would like to import 3 years historical data. Station ID, well, let's suppose that we don't know the station ID. If that's the case, then if you leave it blank, the system will find the closest weather station to your site address and import it. If you know your station ID, then enter it here. Here is an interesting button. You can share the heating degree days across your sites. This is useful in case you want to import heating degree days for alpha hotels, but if beta resorts and spa is also within the same city, then you can share the heating degree days across the two sites, meaning that if you click on the beta resorts, you can still normalize using the same points that you have created for alpha hotels, so you don't need to import the same data twice, effectively. Yeah? The last thing is to agree that you understand that it's a chargeable single value data points that will be added to your subscription. Once you save, the system will give you a response that the meter has been correctly created, and we can see here a new HDD alpha hotels that has been created. Now if we go back to the dashboard, the system will start importing the value automatically, and I believe we can see now, yes, the heating degree days from the 2015 has been already imported, and this will take probably a minute or two because the system has started querying the data. And from this time on, every day there will be a background job to fetch the new heating degree days, so you don't have to import these heating degree days manually. The system will just take care and will update on a daily basis your heating degree days into your system. Okay, now 2014 has been already imported. Now 2015, now you have the whole January. Now, if we want, for example, to normalize our back area consumption against the heating degree days, for example, back area as consumed in January 2015 a constant 300 kilowatt hour per day. We want now to divide across the heating degree days for the hotel. Here you are. Now these are the value of the daily value per heating degree days in the alpha hotels. As you can see, for example, you can see exactly two spikes. These two spikes are quite interesting because it means that the consumption in these 2 days was much higher than expected, considering the heating degree days for that particular day. So basically, in these 2 days there was no need to turn on the heaters, but it was turned on, and as a result, our metrics was so kind of these are two outliers basically. We find out two issues straight away. Okay, the heating degree days are also available for your measurements and verification reports, so you can add them as routine adjustment, and are kind of available throughout the dashboard basically. I think that concludes my my discussion on heating degree days and cooling degree days automated. I hope you enjoyed the short video and presentation, and I wish you a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.